Hello and welcome to our review segment with ElderGamer 420 Reviews, where I review a video game from the ElderGamer video game archives that we played here on stream and uploaded onto the channel. Today's review is going to be for Devil May Cry, which I played back in October of last year. I enjoyed the game quite a bit, the process through it. I gripe as I do. I'm an old man, you know how it is. So I complain here and there, but I overall, for the most part, really enjoyed every bit of the game. So let's see. The game was released in 2001 by Capcom, PlayStation 2 exclusive, and it was a smash hit. It became an instant classic, and obviously so, because it was so enjoyable, such an immersive universe. People wanted more and more. That's why they created 5 of them so far, as well as the famous character Dante, appearing in multiple cameos in other video games. This was actually directed by the same director for Resident Evil and Beautiful Joe, as well as Okami. Those games we have in the archive already, but he also worked on Bayonetta, which is a really good game that I haven't played. Supposedly it's a really good game. I haven't played it yet. I do look forward to playing the Bayonetta series at some point in my life. We'll see about that. But his name is Hideki Kamiya. And I think a picture of him will be popping up. Right there he is. That's him right there. Hideki Kamiya. Looking cool, man. Look at his glasses. He's got his statue there. He's done a lot of great work. This was early in his career. And speaking of which, this is actually the producer who also produced Resident Evil 1, as well as Dino Crisis. So I have Resident Evil 1 in the archives, and I'm really looking for Dino Crisis. Keep my eyes peeled. I'm looking for something in decent condition, and I like to find it, physically in the world, assess its condition before I take it into the archive. So, that being said, his name, the producer, Hiroyuki Kobayashi. Now we have Hideki, the director, and Hiroyuki. Those two, a power couple in this venture known as Devil May Cry. It was an excellent game. A lot of fun. Highly recommend it. It's a wonderful situation. And they went on to produce a great many games, probably working together on other projects as well. So as you can see from my playthrough right here, my playthrough, the world's kind of dark. It's a little dark. It's a little dismal. It's sort of a hell on earth type setting. And that setting is achieved with great splendor. Through the art department, you have got this gritty concept, hell on earth, demons everywhere. Your character is played by a demon hunter, or your character is a demon hunter who's half demon, Dante. And he uses his frustrations and his angers and his hurts, which I won't spoil for you in case you haven't played the game, and exact his vendetta of revenge against all demons. So that's what we're doing here, killing demons and getting shit done. So that's the long and short of the game, essentially. Again, it's an action adventure game. Now, honestly, boiling things down, the controls were a little rough. They were a little rough, but that's to be expected. Retro game this old, obviously there's gonna be things you got to deal with. Just the reality. You got people. Both of these guys here, the director and the producer, worked in Resident Evil, and it shows because you have fixed camera angles, as you can see during my playthrough here. You're dealing with the fixed camera angles. You're dealing with rough aiming and shooting type situations. There's auto aiming that kind of pulls you away from where you're trying to go, which can present itself frustratingly in certain situations and scenarios. You got Not ever start up again. Whatever. Let's run it. Let's run it. That can really, you know, rear its ugly head. Those rough things. But ultimately, if you're playing a game like this, you're expecting something like that. So that's not super problematic, right? I would say the most problematic things that you don't always expect is the amount of button mashing required for this game is, you know, you're gonna get some strong forearms pounding that button. You know, talking about to get those combos going. There's a lot of button mashing. You gotta hit, dodge, jump. Each shot requires a button press. So if you're shooting, you gotta smashing that button to shoot those guns. Keep them juggling them up in the air, dodging incoming attacks and things like that. It's constant button mashing to play this game. So you'll get a nice forearm workout out of it. Definitely a good forearm workout. If you're looking to build up those forearms, I'd suggest this game. It's a great way to go about it. The other issue I have with it, which is not so much of an issue, more of like an insider knowledge type thing. You know, certain upgrades are just literally a waste of orbs. Complete waste of red orbs. You collect red orbs by killing enemies. You know, you get a bonus score multiplier depending on how well you did on the level and how quickly you got through the level. So that being said, you know, you spend them wisely, guys. You know, if you're playing this game, you gotta spend your orbs wisely. I recommend health and devil trigger upgrades, because if you get those upgrades maxed, you're in a good spot. Another thing you should always keep in mind is you want to keep a vitality star and an invincibility item. The invincibility star, you want to keep a hold on some of those at all times, pretty much. You got to do a little bit of grinding in this game. You can't just sprint to the end. So it's a little tricky the way you got to grind it. To grind this game, you either got to spend a lot of time running back and forth through the level, killing everything over and over again before you finish a level, or what I did, which maybe, you know, it's not the best way to do it, but I found out a little late in the game that I gotta grind this way, is you find a good spot where you got a lot of enemies, run through it back and forth, grind them up, get your red orbs, and then you gotta save it. And then you gotta either let yourself die or exit back to the main menu or reload your save. Because if you reload your save, it starts you off at the beginning of the level again. And then from there, you go in and, you know, it'll take you back to the start where you can actually shop and stuff like that. There's some shops inside the levels, but ultimately if you want to bank those red orbs, you gotta kind of save it and then come back. Because when you save it, save with the amount of red orbs that you have at that moment. So it's kind of a tricky way to do the grind, but it is very necessary to grind in this game. So let's boil down to the elephant in the room. I never actually killed the final boss in this game. I pigeonholed myself big time because I didn't grind enough. I backed myself into a corner with a single save file. And I didn't grind enough, and I, you know, ended up in a situation where I spent a whole entire stream fighting the boss, tried another whole entire stream fighting the boss again. I got real close, but I just couldn't do it. I didn't have the healing item, or no, I didn't have the invincibility item. I didn't have enough orbs for both. And, yeah, to be perfectly honest with you, I called quits on it because I was going to end up having to replay the whole game just to beat the boss. So I said, you know what, if I garner a lot of attention for it, if I want to come back and revisit it, that's definitely something I'm willing to do, because I do enjoy the game. And I do have Devil May Cry 2 in the archives right now. So I do expect to revisit the game, come back to it again, close out that boss, and maybe I'll even play around on hard. So yeah, if you're interested in any of that, feel free to, you know, leave a comment down below. Drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. If you dislike the fact that I didn't beat the boss, thumb it down. And I'm okay with that because I didn't beat the boss. I'm not going to lie to you. So I hope everybody has a beautiful rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the review. And Peace out, everybody. Peace.